Hi everybody. So I'm coming on here with what might be a quick video. I'm not sure. Only one person asked me to make this video, but I also have been receiving a few DMs on Instagram about my breastfeeding journey. So I just wanted to make a video to, I guess, give you pros and cons on the breastfeeding journey. I am 9 months in. My baby will be 9 months old on Monday. So we are still going strong. She is still nursing. And I just want to tell you a little bit about what's going on. We actually recently just moved to my family's house because our house is being rented out. We haven't bought a house yet, so that's why everything's different. But a whole lot of videos will be coming, decorating this house, cleaning this house, and doing all the fun stuff with this house. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. Kwame and I knew that we were going to be breastfeeding. Well, I was going to be breastfeeding our baby, from the very beginning. Like, that was always our plan. That never changed. And we just really didn't know, what breastfeeding really entailed. He initially wanted to have me pump and then have both of us feed, but that quickly stopped and we did not continue to pump and have both of us feed. And the reason is because I didn't understand how much really goes into pumping. And pumping, you have to wash bottles, wash your pump parts, sterilize everything, and then you have to store the milk properly. You have to make sure that the freshly pumped milk is the same temperature if you're going to mix milk that was already sitting in the fridge. There's a bunch of different things that go into storing of breast milk and thawing of breast milk. And all that's cool. I just, at the time, especially her as a newborn, it was just so much for us. We opened our daycare center back up probably 3 or 4 weeks postpartum. I do have some videos on my First Time Moms playlist about that. But it was difficult. It was difficult trying to have that method of feeding her and do everything else that we were doing in life. And it was taking a toll on us. So for our family, it was just beneficial for us if I just turned to feeding her on demand. And that is also a difficult thing because I'm the only one that can feed her. I'm the only one that can be with her all the time because I don't have extra milk. I do have milk for emergencies, but I haven't pumped in months, so that milk is almost expired. So I know that I will pump just for emergency purposes. And that took a long time for me to even decide to do that, just because if I'm tired and she's awake and she wants to eat, I'm the only one that can give her food, especially during that time. But now that she's older and she eats solid foods, we did baby-led weaning, so we gave her like table food and a little bit of purees, but she doesn't really like them that much. She only really likes food and milk. So now that she's older, it's gotten a whole lot better, so other people can feed her, like Kwame can feed her, and she still nurses on demand. So when I say nurse on demand, I mean like whenever she's hungry, she just comes straight to my chest. Like, that's what she does. And I never put her on a schedule or anything. Her only schedule is basically whenever she wants to eat. And now that she's older, I'm starting to realize that she wants to eat more right before she goes to bed, right when she wakes up in the morning, not really like from a nap or anything, but when she wakes up in the morning, she wants to eat. Before she goes to bed at night, she wants to eat. And if I am consistent with her meals, which sometimes I'm not that consistent, but if I'm consistent with her meals, she doesn't really want to nurse that much throughout the day. And she doesn't nurse to go to sleep, and that's a lie. She nurses to go to sleep. Like if we're driving or anything, like during her nap time, she'll fall asleep in the car and then I can just transfer into her crib and she'll sleep in her crib. And that's where she's right now. She's sleeping. So if I am a little quiet, it's because we're in the same room. Like I said, I'm at my family's house now. But anyway, I don't plan on stopping breastfeeding until, I don't know. I know that up until a year, they can get breast milk, and also after a year. But by that time, she'll have enough teeth and she'll be eating. So I'll still incorporate her breast milk, but I'm not sure that she would even want breast milk after a year. But I really don't know. I really enjoy breastfeeding. It hasn't been a burden. The thing that was a burden to us was pumping, because it was pumping, cleaning, storing, thawing. It's not just pumping. So if you are an exclusively pumping mom, like, shout out to you, because I know how hard that is. And breastfeeding in general is hard, but there's so many different categories of breastfeeding. So pumping breastfeeding on demand, pumping, and breastfeeding. Like, it's just so much. So with us, all we do is exclusively breastfeed. And it's been working out pretty well. For our next child, I don't think I'm going to be exclusively breastfeeding. I'm going to try again with pumping, just because as just breastfeeding, I am her pacifier. I am her soother. So she doesn't take bottles anymore. She kicked bottles like maybe like at 3 months old, and that's also when she stopped using a pacifier. We introduced the pacifier at a month old, and then she stopped using it 2 months later. So she doesn't use a pacifier. She doesn't like bottles. I couldn't even get her to drink out of sippy cups. So the only cups that she drinks out of are like these cups, and she drinks out of open face cups and straws. She drinks out of straws really, really well, but I'm still like nervous about them. I don't like those baby straws. Okay, sorry, I got cut off. But I don't really like those cups with straws that are designed for babies, because they're really hard to suck out of, and she just uses regular straws. Okay, well, she's awake now. But that's pretty much all I want to say on my breastfeeding journey. If you're on your breastfeeding journey, congratulations, and shout out to you for however far you've gotten. The benefits of breastfeeding are endless, and I love it. I don't really have many complaints. Yes, hi. Don't really have many complaints on it. I just am in love with this job of being her mom. So anything that I can do to make her, yes, anything that I can do to make her healthier, happier, anything, I'm down for it. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. Or DM me on Instagram, and we can talk some more about breastfeeding, because I love it. And thank you so much for tuning into this video. Say peace. Come here, Mom. Peace.